Okay, so I'm going to attempt to make a nativity scene for a little a nativity crib ornament that we got that me and my wife bought. We looked at getting a nativity scene, but they were like about 80 and 90 quid. So I said I thought I'll have a go at building one myself. Never done it before. So these are some of the materials that I've got for it. I've got some old fencing that I had, wavy lat, always good stuff. Pieces of wood, which I've chopped up a little bit. Also got some dowling, which may come into effect. Don't know how to do that, but making up as I go along. We've got some straw, which we got from the garden centre. Simple straw, whatever it is. I've also got this artificial like grass type of thing here. 2 packets of that, I need that. We've also got some what's called soft snow. Maybe I will put in, will not put that in, I'm not too sure. And I got this, it's like a base which could go on the bottom. It's just it's like a cork type of effect. Let's see what we use that for. And also I got from an old tree that we had, just managed to pull the bark off. This may go on the roof. Now it's wet at the moment, but I'm sure by the time I finish this it'll be completely dry. This may be next Christmas, but who knows. So I'm going to have a look at attempting to build it. So, and I've got some glue, which may be used just for putting down the grass or the roofing or whatever on the roof. And I've got a brew, most importantly of all. Let's see how we get on. Okay, quick update. Where are we up to? So first of all, I cut the wavy lat into 4 sections. That's what I decided to do. You can do it as big or as small as you want. I used the dowling then, strapped it together and screwed it into the base on the top and the bottom, which held it together. And then I've just put these cross beams across here just to give it a bit more security. Seems good to me. And then for the base, if you remember the cork, I've put that on. Some of the pieces have come away, so I'll just fill that in later on with a bit of the glue. And then what I've done is I've got 4 pieces exactly the same height. I've got 2 pieces here that go across the top, and then to finish the top off, put these pieces on top of that, and that's roughly how it looks there. Look. So you've got the piece there, that's on the outer, and then that goes over the top. One thing I'm going to do with them is staining them so it doesn't looks a little bit more rustic. But I've not decided how I'm going to do that, but it'll be generally just a stain, I think, that I'll put across them. So that's where it's up to now. So let's see how we get on. Looking good. Thank you very much. Okay, just a quick update to show you where I've got up to. I've dyed it with deep mahogany traditional wood dye, and then what I've actually physically done, I've put a side rail, if you will, or all the way around it, 2 pieces, same height all the way around, and same on the opposite side. And then I've just got this dowling, cut it. I've had to screw some of the pieces in, but I've just then fixed it up with wood filler, and then just dyed over the top of that. The 2 side bits here inside is just that wavy lat fencing. Just cut it down, cut an hole for a window, put dowling around it, and then just put wood filler on again. It just secures it, the wood filler. And if you put any screws in, the wood filler can go over the top of it just to cover it up, and then just dye it. And then for the roof, if you will, you can see it from there, I've just used just a piece of wood which I've just cut on the top. I think you could see that there. Excuse the mess. And then just done it as a 45, and then a piece across the top. And that just gives the ceiling, which again will now need dyeing. And that's where I'm up to. So it's looking a bit better. Thank you very much. Okay, where am I up to? So I thought it might be better off lifting the camera around rather than actually having it on a stand. So the last time I did a bit of a video, it had the wavy light panels put on the back. Well, I've done exactly the same with these. So I've got wavy light paneling cut on the back, which went just attached to the side of that. I've got the wavy light at the back, which had dyed, and then I've got these like side bits here. That's one piece, and then I've just cut this piece out here. If it doesn't quite fit in, you can just put the wood filler on and then dye it, and it'll cover it up. I'm going to give it another coat later on, so it won't look as bad. Put a bit of the grass that I mentioned on earlier on around the sides. If this doesn't squeak. Yeah. As you can see, going round, and then on the back. And what I used for sticking it down, which I found was better, was this permanent spray adhesive. It's a lot better than the glue that I got. It works a lot better. And then also what I've done is I bought some lighting, which I've put all on the inside, and I'll show you that in a second. And I built this little box here that it goes into, so when you turn it on, it lights up like thus, as you can see. So it lights up all inside. It didn't cost a lot, they're only about £7 or something like that. It just lights. I just stapled them all the way around, so that's all that is. So it's not looking too bad in my honest opinion, but that's what I'm up to. Oh, and then for the roof, sorry, that old bag that I mentioned, it has dried out, and I've just screwed it in at the moment, but I'm going to put some like snow effect or something on the roof to cover up them screws. Like I say, all the other screws I've just done wood filler. So that is where it's up to. Not looking too bad in my opinion. Bring on Christmas. Thank you very much.